COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
Call 1.
Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, Operator 36 on a recording line. How may I help you?
Hello.
Hello.
Have a good one. How are you?
Good, Sheriff's
Office. I'm at the racetrack 111. I have to go see the address, but we had somebody just come in. Yeah, you can still hear him. Is he on the bridge? He went to the bridge. He's on something because he was fidgeting. He's screaming. He wanted water, and we said it's okay. And he went to hit the water and accidentally got lemonade, and he started freaking out, screaming, yelling that he's going to get arrested, and he looks like he's on something.
Okay, which racetrack are you at?
Do you know the address? The address? It is 4968 Tamiami Trail. Thank you.
Okay, so that was 4968 Tamiami Trail?
Yeah, I think he's wearing a white dirty shirt. He's wearing some brown knee shorts, the knee shorts and no shoes. He has a racetrack. He has glasses and he's carrying a racetrack cup, screaming. He's either on the bridge right now, heading towards PUNTA.
Okay. Is he on foot or?
Call 1.
He's on foot. He's freaking out bad.
Charlotte County Sheriff?
He's on. Yeah, he said the cops are chasing him.
Okay.
And
is he a white, black, Hispanic male?
He's a white male, probably in his mid-late 20s. Mid-late 20s or early 30s. Slim, short, no shoes, plaid shorts. Well, brown. I think they're brown shorts.
Okay. And you said, and you said he was saying that the cops were after him?
He said the cops were after him? Yeah. He said the cops were after him and he needs to get a job and... Oh, God. Just hope he's okay. If anybody else is walking on the bridge, I don't want nothing bad to happen because he's tweaking out right now.
So he's walking
down
he's walking down the Tamiami Bridge?
I believe so, going into PUNTA. He's on the northbound side of the bridge, heading into PUNTA.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit you. He looked like he was about to.
Okay, what's your phone number?
It is 941. Sorry, I have to. 235 2544.
Okay, so 941-235.
You want to do no trespass? Might as well. Can we? And if they do find him, can we do a no trespass on him because he caused a big scene in here?
Okay, you want to trespass him?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yeah, I know he was threatening, not threatening, but he was jumping towards one of our employees, and he was being too much.
So he jumped towards one of your?
Yeah, he was when somebody's what would you say? Not jumping at it, but when they come at you and they're going to head towards you, but they back up. He kept doing that.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, drive safe, babe. Bye, have a good one.
Okay, we'll go ahead and send the police out there. If anything changes or if he comes back, just call us back, okay?
Okay, because this was his second time actually coming here. He was just here earlier, but this time was different. But thank you so much for helping out.
No problem. You have a good night.
On July 10, 17 at approximately 5:30 a.m. I was contacted by Central Communications as the on-call major crimes detective and asked to respond to 23157 Bayshore Road, Punta Gorda, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office in reference to drowning. I arrived on scene with CST Angeli Cabrera. I spoke with Deputy James Murray and Deputy Anthony Freitas, who provided me with a summary on the incident. At approximately 3:30 a.m. Deputy Murray was dispatched to the racetrack located at 4968 Tamiami Trail, Port Charlotte, Charlotte County, Florida, in reference to a suspicious person involving a white male in his mid to late 20s, wearing a white t-shirt, brown shorts, and no shoes, that was yelling that the cops were after him. The caller stated that the subject left the store and was walking south on the northbound Tamiami Trail Bridge. Deputy Murray located the subject, identified as W/M Stephen R. Filmeck, DOB January 1, 87, in the Live Oak Point Park, 23,157 Bayshore Road, at the base of the bridge on the sidewalk. Stephen was with his girlfriend, W/F Sarah J. Cook, DOB May 16, 79. Deputy Murray was able to locate Stephen because he could hear Stephen yelling. Stephen was very jittery and was talking about God repeatedly. Deputy Murray began speaking with Stephen and asked him what had happened at the racetrack. Stephen stated that he went there to get a job application because he was homeless and needed a job so he could see his daughter. Stephen stated that when he was told that the only way to get an application for racetrack was to fill one out online, Stephen stated that this made him angry because they should have paper applications at the store. He stated that the staff then told him to leave. Deputy Murray was able to develop a rapport with Stephen and was able to find out that he was a methamphetamine user and had used earlier in the night. Stephen kept stating that he was God and that Sarah was the devil. Based on the statements of him being God and Sarah was the devil along with his unusual behavior, Deputy Murray evaluated Stephen for a Baker Act, but he did not meet the criteria. Stephen was homeless and had a camp under the bridge with Sarah. Stephen did not show any signs of hostility towards anyone and was not a harm to himself or others. As Deputy Murray was speaking with Stephen and Sarah, Deputy Luke Adamczyk arrived on scene as backup. Deputy Adamczyk began to speak with Sarah and eventually observed an orange pill bottle in her purse. Sarah voluntarily handed the bottle to Deputy Adamczyk and he discovered the bottle contained a crystal-like substance that tested positive for methamphetamine. Sarah was placed under arrest and transported to the jail. Deputy Murray remained on scene with Stephen and further explained the trespass warning. A trespass warning was completed and Deputy Murray left Stephen at his camp to go back the racetrack to have the complainant, B/F Demetria S. Frieden, DOB February 22, 95, sign the trespass. Deputy Murray returned to Stephen's camp to issue him his trespass. As Deputy Murray approached the sidewalk where he had left Stephen, Deputy Murray could hear Stephen yelling from the beach area of the river. As Deputy Murray walked out to the beach, he could hear Stephen's voice was still a distance away from my location. Deputy Murray began to search the water line for Stephen, because he could not see him down along the beach line. Deputy Murray heard Stephen yelling for help. At that time, Deputy Freitas arrived on scene to assist. Deputy Freitas located Stephen's head sticking out of the water approximately 100 feet from the shoreline. Deputy Murray yelled to Stephen to swim back to shore, but he did not respond. Stephen then yelled again, but Deputy Murray could hear him going under water and then coming back up, indicating that he was in distress and at risk for drowning. Deputy Murray notified dispatch that Stephen was in the water and in distress. Deputy Murray and Deputy Freitas entered the water and swam out to Stephen in a rescue attempt. A rescue PFD was not readily available because of the distance between their current position and where their patrol Vehicles were parked. Just before Deputy Freitas or Deputy Murray could reach Stephen, he went underwater. Deputy Freitas was able to locate Stephen and pull him back to the surface. Deputy Murray and Deputy Freitas began to swim back to shore. Stephen was not breathing, so Deputy Murray attempted to give 2 rescue breaths while they were still swimming in. The rescue breaths appeared to work as Deputy Murray believed Stephen started to breathe again. Deputy Murray and Deputy Freitas successfully pulled Stephen to shore. Once they reached the shore, Stephen had a pulse and was in labored breathing. However, a short time later, Stephen stopped breathing and had no pulse. Deputy Murray began CPR until EMS personnel arrived on scene approximately 10-15 minutes later. Rescue 10 arrived on scene with firemedic Robert Wetzel and firefighter/EMT Brian Miller, along with Engine 1 with Lieutenant John Jensen, firemedic Jen Truman, firefighter/EMT Kyle Phillips and firefighter/EMT Josh Saunders. Both units were out of Station 1. Charlotte County Fire and EMS personnel took over life-saving efforts but soon determined that Stephen was deceased. Deputy Murray and Deputy Freitas pointed out Stephen's camp, which was just under the bridge, the location Stephen was now laying, and the location where they located him, the water. CST Cabrera and I began to inspect the scene and body. The camp appeared to be very cluttered with clothing, boxes, food, drink, and other miscellaneous items. I found no evidence that a physical disturbance occurred. I was able to locate several prescription pills belonging to Stephen and Sarah, along with Stephen's wallet containing his identification. CST Cabrera collected the medications, identifications, and money found at the camp. Stephen was found laying on his back near the shoreline. There were no signs of trauma or foul play. However, there were some scratches to Stephen's mid-back area, which was consistent with being pulled out of the water over the rocks near the water line. The body was cold to the touch, lividity was posterior and not fixed, and there was no rigor mortis. CST Cabrera photographed the scene. I contacted the Charlotte County Medical Examiner's Office and provided them with these facts. They accepted the case and provided DNL body removal service to transport the body. DNL arrived on scene shortly after and secured Stephen in a bag using seal number 4,071,665. Stephen was transported to the ME office for an autopsy. I went back to the racetrack gas station to request video surveillance from the morning. I was advised a request would have to put in through their corporate office, which I completed. A supplement report will be completed upon its arrival and review. At approximately 2:30 p.m. I went to the ME office to be present for the autopsy. The Lee County Sheriff's Office made contact with Stephen's mother, Lisa Novak, and notified her of the death. I made phone contact with Lisa shortly after and provided her with more information pertaining to the incident and the procedures to follow. On August 11, 17, I received and reviewed the medical examiner's report, which concluded with Dr. Imamai's opinion that Stephen Filmeck died due to drowning. The manner of death is classified as an accident. At this time I would request that this case be closed, for the reason that no evidence of a crime has been committed. If any new information is obtained, this case will be reopened. Police use who may want to retaliate against him physically.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.